You ever feel like your streaming service just doesn't get you? Well, today we're going to break down how one person totally ditched those generic algorithms and built their very own AI movie recommender. And let me tell you, the results, they were so good. They pretty much put the big names to shame. So let's dive in. I mean, we've all been there, right? You finally sit down, you're ready to relax, maybe you've got your dinner, and bam. Suddenly an hour has gone by and you're just scrolling through these endless thumbnails. Your food's getting cold, your patience is just gone. It's got to be the universal frustration of the streaming age. And this quote it nails it, doesn't it? It's not just about wasting all that time scrolling. It's that feeling you get when the recommendations themselves are just so generic, they totally miss the mark. Okay, so let's actually unpack this whole endless scrolling problem. Because really, it's not just some minor annoyance. It's actually a sign of a much bigger disconnect in how we're supposed to find stuff we love to watch. So here's the real problem, right? The algorithm doesn't actually know you. Not really. It just knows patterns. It sees what's popular, or maybe what other people who are kind of like you have watched. But what it completely misses is the most important part: the why. Why did you like that movie? It's a system built for the masses, not for you as an individual. So what's the alternative? I mean, instead of just complaining about it, the idea here was to build something better, a totally personal recommendation engine. And get this, using simple, accessible tools that pretty much anyone can use. And no, you don't need a degree in computer science to pull this off. The toolkit is actually super straightforward. We're talking about Google NotebookLM as the main AI brain, Google Gemini doing the heavy lifting on research, and good old Google Docs acting as your own personal movie database. It's all built on stuff you might already use every day. Okay, so how does this all actually work? How do these pieces fit together? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Really, it all comes down to just 3 core steps. Super simple. First, you've got to build the database. Basically, create master lists of movies. Then, second, you create your taste profile. This is where you log what you've actually watched. And finally, step 3, you just ask your AI for some personalized recommendations. Let's break down each one of those. Everything kicks off with a really smart prompt. See, instead of just asking Gemini for a list of good sci-fi movies, the prompt gets way more specific. It asks for the year, a summary, and this is the key part, descriptive traits like tone, pacing, intensity, and style. This gives the AI the kind of rich data it needs to understand the whole vibe of a movie, not just its plot. And that's something the standard algorithms just don't get. And this wasn't just a one-and-done thing. This process was repeated for all sorts of genres: sci-fi, thrillers, comedies, dramas, you name it. It created this huge, comprehensive digital movie library. Think of each Google Doc as a perfectly curated shelf in your own video store, just stocked with movies you might actually want to watch. Now this is the magic step. This is where the AI really starts to learn what you like. By making a simple watched movies document, your taste profile, and logging not just the movie title, but what you genuinely liked about it, what didn't work for you, and any other random thoughts, you're basically building a super rich data set. It's way, way more nuanced than just giving something a thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay, so you do all that work. What's the payoff? Well, the results are smarter, way more personalized movie picks that are just light years ahead of those generic suggestions you're used to. I mean, look at the difference here. It's night and day. A standard algorithm like Netflix's is a total black box. It just pushes whatever's popular. But your personal AI, it's completely transparent. It doesn't just suggest a movie, it actually tells you why it picked it. It'll reference your master lists and even quote your own past reactions back to you. It's wild. And getting these awesome hyper-personalized picks, it's literally as easy as asking a question. You just ask NotebookLM something simple like, based on my sci-fi watch history, suggest 5 movies. By pointing it to your master list and your taste profile, you get recommendations that are filtered through your actual preferences, not just what's popular this week. But here's the craziest part. As good as the recommendations were, that wasn't even the most powerful feature. The system had a totally unexpected surprise up its sleeve. It could create a personal movie podcast about you. It turns out, this all came from a feature in NotebookLM called Audio Overview. Basically, this tool can take all your documents and turn them into a spoken conversation or summary. Pretty cool, right?
So, with another really clever prompt, it wasn't just spitting out a list of facts. The AI actually generated a mini podcast episode. It created two fake hosts who would break down and analyze the user's movie taste, almost like it was a film studies class just about them.
And the results were, wow, incredibly insightful. This AI podcast didn't just list off movies. It found patterns in what you like. It pointed out entire genres you've been ignoring. And my favorite part, it would even roast you for your own contradictions. You know, like saying you're sick of dystopian movies, but then you watch 3 of them in a row. It's literally like having your own personal film critics analyze you. And that right there is the ultimate transformation. The whole experience shifts from that frustrating, passive, endless scroll to a proactive and honestly a genuinely fun process of discovery. You stop being just a consumer and you become the curator of your own entertainment. Which, leaves us with a pretty fascinating thought. This whole thing isn't just about movies, is it? It's really about a future where our own personal AI can understand our tastes on a level that's so much deeper than any mass market algorithm ever could. So the real question is, what else could you use this for?